Covington Walmart shooting investigation. Police telling us in just the last 5 minutes that the suspected shooter, Dwayne Uda, has died. Arresting officers say Uda shot himself Friday on I-20 in South Carolina after a standoff with police. Back in Covington, that Walmart has partially reopened today. Atlanta News First Alani Latang live now outside the Walmart in Covington with all the latest developments.
Joy, so the Walmart is now open for its first time today since the Friday shooting. Every department now open, but what's different is there's a police presence that's been outside all day here. And while customers tell us that it's sad knowing what happened, they also think more needs to happen in terms of security. The Walmart on Salem Road is back open after police say an employee shot two of his colleagues after hours on Friday. Shoppers say it's business as usual inside, but outside. Shopper LaWanda Johnson says the Park Newton County Sheriff's car isn't normal.
It's normally quiet, never any issues that I've had here. So just to hear about this, it's surprising and alarming.
Police say Walmart employee Dwayne Uday shot and killed 21-year-old Khalaf Barksdale and seriously injured 29-year-old Ryan Bradley. Police say Uday then shot and killed their other co-worker, 19-year-old Akilah Clark, inside her home.
It doesn't feel real, honestly.
Kashane Reed went to high school with Akilah.
How do you feel coming back here?
Honestly, I'm a little, I wouldn't say traumatized, but the feelings is still in the air. You know, people still feel the tension of what happened.
Graduating a year after Akilah, Kashane says she brought the light around school.
Akilah was in the hearts of so many people. Like, a lot of people knew her. A lot of people, you know, found her energy beautiful. Like, she was a beautiful person.
Police later arrested Uday on Interstate 20 in South Carolina, where he shot himself after a standoff with police. This same Walmart experienced a shooting between two employees last October. Police say the two men shot at each other during an argument in the parking lot. No one got hurt, but police arrested them.
Which is crazy. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. They need security, definitely. If this is happening yearly, definitely something needs to be done.
And we spoke to the sole survivor, the family of him. That's Ryan Bradley. They say he's recovering. He's doing some talking. And police tell us that they hope to learn more information from him. And again, we're just now learning breaking news that that suspect who shot himself in South Carolina has now died. Again, we hope to continue to follow the story and learn more from police as this develops. Reporting live in Covington, I'm Alani Latang, Atlanta News First.
Thank you.